Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to Crafted Chaos. I realized in the last episode I forgot to build the balcony on the house that I had talked about building, so I went ahead and just did that out of the acacia wood that I had. But today's episode is all about getting food, but also before we dive into that, I realized I haven't really talked too much about what this whole series is going to look like, because we just kind of jumped right into things. But now that we have a house, a place to live, a nice little dock down there, and even a farm right here, we're kind of settled in, and now we can talk a little bit more about the overall plan for this world and what I am hoping to achieve. Now, one of the big things that I will always reference a lot, and you will always hear me say this, if you have played modded Minecraft before, you will also know kind of what I'm talking about, although this is a phrase that I am coming up with myself, and that is the process. Now, the process is, well, exactly that. The process of getting a block or a resource, or accomplishing for us a whole colony of different factories and all sorts of farms, things like that. And in modded Minecraft, what differs from vanilla Minecraft is, as you can see right up here, we have 233 different pages of resources that we can scroll through. There are different machines, and you can already see some of them right here from the Ad Astra mod. But there are many different machines and different ways to acquire different items in the game. And one of those items is the quarry, which we briefly talked about recently, but that comes from the Quarry Plus mod. That will allow us to dig out large holes in the ground automatically, which will help us get resources. There are also other tools and other building blocks, pipes, and I may have red power, although I'm not 100% sure. Well, I forget whatever the name of it is, but I don't think I have that on here. But if we look for a somewhat simple recipe, or actually not even a recipe, but an item, for example, if we wanted to acquire a large amount of copper right here, you can see we would need copper ingots, but there are many other ways to make the block of copper. One of them is with the Create mod and an automated packing, so we could make a machine that crafts it for us. And you can see just many different ways to create that copper block. However, there are many different ways to get copper by itself. So you can see right here we have copper dust, we have crushed raw copper, some more copper dust right down there, and that is all in a blast furnace. We also have the alloy smelter from Ender.io, a great mod that I absolutely love, and we will get into that before too long. And then we have the Twilight Forest, of course. You can see with brass ingots, we can uncraft those into copper, so if we somehow came across some brass ingots. And there are just many different ways to get copper and copper ingots and copper blocks. From the copper dust, you can see right here a number of different ways to acquire that. I'm going to head inside as the sun has set, and we will continue talking in here. But there are many different ways to acquire many different resources. Quartz is another one. We have this quartz essence. Of course, we have the vanilla ways to acquire it with just the nether quartz. If we crush diorite, we have a 25% chance to get quartz. And as we continue to scroll through here, we are coming across many other ways to get the same resource that we would otherwise have to get from the nether. But I have also talked about the process, and what the process is if we look at here, say we will go back to the copper example, we have all of these other machines that allow us to get the same copper resource. And these machines, if we want to craft these, you can see that it requires, well, dark steel ingots, stone compound gears, or just any gear it looks like. The void chassis right here, we need some furnaces. If we click on the void chassis, we need some iron bars, and grains of infinity, which to get these, we have to light bedrock on fire, wait for it to burn out, and it has a chance to drop some of the infinity grains. But that is just for the void chassis. If we go back to it, we can also see for the alloy smelter that we will need these gears and these dark steel ingots. To make the ingots, we have to smelt coal dust, iron ingots, and obsidian. To get coal dust, we have to pulverize the coal or crush it, which means we have to make a crusher. That is the process of getting all of the different materials and workstations and everything that we will need to create another workstation or a simpler way to get materials. And the process begins with caving. We are going to need a lot of different materials right off the bat. And of course, that is going to start down here. We can see some various ores down there. What looks like probably tin or aluminum. Not really sure what this greenish white ore right next to the copper is, but the coal down there is very useful for us as well. So we will want to get into the cave, but we are also going to want to look for ways to make a pickaxe more efficient. You can see we have many different types of pickaxes and tools and whatnot, all with different advantages to them. Now, many of these will be way too expensive for us to make in the foreseeable future, but if we just kind of look through here, we can see all the different names of some of these pickaxes and different tiers and levels to them as well. For now, we should be okay with the... Where did that creeper just go? I know I'm not seeing things. There was definitely a creeper. There he is. We also have a pillager patrol roaming through as well. I just saw that out of the window. But for now, we will be okay with our iron pickaxe, and we should be okay to head down into the cave from this side over here, keeping a distance from those pillagers up on the other side of that mound. So this ore right here is zinc, so we will go ahead and grab some of that. We are just going to grab almost all of the ores that we come across because I think we will be able to find a use for most of them. Especially with the create mod, that is going to be a very big part of the process and automating our farms and production in all of those regards, with the ultimate goal being resource production. The faster we can produce resources, the faster we can expand and build and create new projects. So there is a lot of work that goes into it up front, not really sure what that is, and the reward is definitely very benefiting to our overall situation. So we are just gonna mine for some resources for a little while and see what we can come away with. And I'm not really sure what mod I have, but one of them keeps dropping various precious resources. That is the first diamond I have collected from mining these ores. I guess it would make sense coming from coal ore, but that you can see 3 emeralds. That's not the first time that has happened. But I've been mining for about 5 or 10 minutes now, and I have collected a pretty decent amount of some of those raw ores. We'll take these back, trying to avoid being shot by skeletons here. And you can see we have quite a bit of copper. Of course, we know that those copper ore blocks drop quite a bit of that. I also have some zinc. That's what that greenish white colored material was, and it looks like the potatoes are ready to be harvested. I will do this real quick. As we know, the pigs that we found right over there, we are hoping to bring those back for food. We got those potatoes from digging in the ground outside. But various other resources, tin, more 10 just from a different mod, sulfur, silver right over here, and killed a couple creepers and zombies along the way as well. So what do we need all of these resources for? Well, the ultimate goal, at least in the short term, is... These birds are really loud. The ultimate goal is to build a digital miner. If we click on the recipe for this, you can see, however, it looks very intimidating. And, well, if I'm being completely honest, it kind of is. This is going to require a lot of different resources for the process. As you can see, we need teleportation cores with atomic alloys, which come from crushed obsidian and diamonds and diamond dust, infused alloys, which we get from redstone and iron. And to make all of those different alloys, we need metallurgic infusers, which require iron and osmium and all of those different things. It's going to take us a while to get this, but the digital miner is really cool because it allows us to place it down, power it, we have to power it, but it will scan in a certain area for all of the resources that we tell it to scan for, and then it will mine those resources. So effectively, we wouldn't have to do any more mining. We could just place it down, and it could just scan for diamonds, or silver, or tin, or copper, or whatever resource we need in a certain area. It will mine all of those resources out, and we can pump them into a chest where we will have plenty of resources. But in the short term, in order to get all of those different parts that we will need, the osmium and the iron, redstone, all of the things like that, we will be going with the much simpler quarry from the Quarry Plus mod. And the easiest quarry for us will be the solid fuel quarry, which just requires 2 diamond pickaxes. Remember, we already have 1 diamond, and I'm not 100% sure what we still have in the village, but I think I will travel back there and we will get the rest of our resources from the village. But we just need a couple of diamond pickaxes, some furnaces, and some redstone torches. So that shouldn't be too difficult for us. We'll go ahead and step inside as it's raining. And this should allow us to just place it down and fuel it with, again, solid fuels such as coal, which I have, well, I have 63 in my inventory, but we will have to mine for some more. Shouldn't be too difficult, though. We should also be able to automate that process with a pipe filter, pull the coal that it mines out of the system, and have it feed back into the quarry itself. So it will essentially kind of be a sustainable cycle in that regard. So I'm going to travel back to the village and see what other resources we have. I might actually empty out the backpack and my inventory just so I can carry some things back. And I guess we also had a couple other diamonds in the backpack, so we will be able to use those as well. So we really only need 3 more, but with my inventory pretty much all cleared out here, we can head back to the village, and there will be some more food for us waiting back there. Let me actually take the boat, and actually let's open up the map and see if there is a faster way to get there. I guess we did travel up here by boat, so we could travel back that way, but I think it would be better if we just kind of traveled in a straight line and just keep an eye out for any interesting points of interest. I also made a few stone axes, so if we come across any trees that we like, or just any trees in general that we haven't already chopped down, we can do that and get the saplings for those. But it looks like right up here, there are the pigs. Oh, is the Tasmanian devil a hostile mob? I don't know if I want to find out. We'll keep our distance, but definitely a lot of mobs that we have to keep an eye out for, and it looks like we have some kind of structure in here, not big enough to be a village, but this looks like it could be similar to that one structure that we found just outside of the other village. So I'll make my way down here. And we have entered the willow forest, so with these willow trees, we'll go ahead and chop one down and collect some saplings from it. A kind of white-ish wood. Let's see what the planks look like. Sort of a gray, like a tannish gray, sort of like a beige, I guess. I guess maybe not that yellow, but definitely not pure white. And then right here we just have some small oak logs. We're not really in the need for any oak trees. And yeah, this looks like that same structure that we have come across, although I'm curious what loot might be in here. It looks like we have some food. We will take that. The iron pickaxe is actually quite useful to us. And we just got the I found it underground. Find an affix item in a chest. Was that not an iron pickaxe? I guess it's not. Experienced iron pickaxe of smashing. On block break, gain haste for 13 seconds. Socketed, 1, whatever that means. This item ignores 15% of durability damage, so it sort of has an unbreaking enchantment to it. Right up here we have some more emeralds and some more bread. We will take that with us. And we have some moonstone shards. I suppose we could grab those as well to get the Light Up the World advancement, which actually requires us to mine it. Of course, if we can find it in a chest, that works too. We'll explore this smaller structure right down here next door. We have some hay in here, and it's sort of been taken over by this willow tree right here. But not a whole lot going on. As I said, we have already explored a similar structure to that, so not really anything new for us. We have now entered the Highland Fields, and we are now approaching a meteor strike, a site that we will definitely have to return to in the future. A great source of obsidian for us, and basalt. Lots of coal around here, which is actually nice to see, as we will need that for the quarry once we get that second diamond pickaxe. Of course, I wonder how high my chances are of getting 3 diamonds for mining coal. Fortunately, there actually is a convenient way to check that out. So if we just go in here and search for mining, there should be a little icon that shows us the odds of mining up this diamond. Well, we have a chart of the world generation, but not anything that says the odds of mining a diamond out of a coal ore block or anything like that. But we will definitely return here in the near future. Right here we have another new looking tree, and this is going to be the mauve tree. We will chop that down and get some more saplings from that. A purple, almost a lavender wood, and we have the mauve sapling, so we are good to move on from that. Right up here we have some pine. I forget if we have any pine saplings or not, but I will chop that down just in case and get some pine wood from that. And we will work our way up the side of this mountain and see what else we can see from the top. And it looks like we have another tower right over here, which I will enter. We will head to the top. I don't think this is one that I have been to, but that is very possible. And we have a silverfish right here. Let's see if we can take that out without causing a disturbance there. Unfortunately, I wasn't really thinking, and I did not bring a bed, so we may have to ride out the night inside of this tower. So let's see what we have in this chest. We have some more emeralds and 3 more enchanted books, some more iron as well, and look at that, another stone axe. Although this one, just as the pickaxe had, it has a few extra enchantments, I suppose, is a proper term for that. We also have a saddle as well. We'll go ahead and grab that just because. Well, I know the night is very dangerous, but I think we will run out into it and at least try to make it to the village where we will be able to sleep. It's about 1,000 blocks away from where we are right now. It could be a difficult journey, but I think we will be okay. We do have some armor, and of course the axe and sword, so I'm not too concerned about all of that. And we have awoken Duke Ricky, the head of potatoes, on accident. That thunder or lightning or the sound always startles me, and it is terrifying. I hope it doesn't happen again, but I'm sure it will. We also have some pumpkins right here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these. It's just kind of convenient to have. We have made it to the water. I'm just getting in the water, and we will go by boat the rest of the way. Oh, okay, we are getting a trident thrown at us, but I don't really know that we are all that well equipped to take on that is a whale. That really startled me. I don't know that we are really all that well equipped to take on a drowned, but a trident at the same time is very tempting. Can we craft tridents? That is the big question. No, we cannot. So that's kind of our only option. Actually, we can put it in whatever that machine is. So we will not risk our lives for a trident right now. I don't know how complicated it is to make one, but all I know is that it's possible. So we do not have to rely on the spawn mechanics of the game. We have some swordfish right here, and they are hostile, so we are going to try to get up onto land as quickly as possible right here. I'm glad we have made it to land where we have nearly died. They can go on land. Okay, this might be our first death of the series if I cannot make it up here, but I think we are okay. Why can he go up on land? I don't understand this at all, and I'm not really sure what to do here. Okay, that was a narrow escape, and now we are getting shot at by skeletons. I really need to get inside. Okay, we have made it. I don't know what any of that was all about, but that was not okay. And we have woken up Vice Chancellor Hannah the Marble's winner. This is just a disaster for us. I need to find a bed. Well, I did spot on the caption that it was a Skelewag, and when I looked it up on the Minecraft wiki, that was added by Alex's Mobs mod, so they are highly aggressive and they kind of protect shipwrecks. So if we open up our map here, we sailed in somewhere right around here, which means there is a shipwreck somewhere right around here as well. Possibly in this little bay right here. It could be out here somewhere. But nearby, there is a shipwreck and they were guarding it. Luckily, I escaped with 2.5 hearts or 3.5 hearts, however many hearts I had. And we did not end up dying. That would not have been great for us. But I think it is very apparent that really startled me. I think it's very apparent, though, that we need to make sure that we get ourselves some very nice armor in the near future. And I have gone around and gathered what I would assume is every single chest in this village, and we have quite a bit of loot, lots of food. I also have some eggs. Fingers crossed that we can get a chicken out of that so we can have chickens on our island as well. But now we just need to see if we can get back to our boat safely without any more of those Skelewags, those swordfish that we came across. And I spy a purple block down there. I don't know if you see it as well, but right down there, there's some kind of purple block. And we have some water down here, so we should be able to get back up kind of easily, but it's also somewhat, it's not horribly steep right here. We should be able to just climb our way out. I see a creeper right down there, but I'm very curious as to what this block is. And it's just some crying obsidian surrounded by some vines. Nothing too fantastic. So we're going to get out of here before this creeper finds its way over to us. But I am back over by our boat where we were attacked, and yes, there is in fact a shipwreck right down there with a Skelewag guarding it. So we just need to get our boat out of the water here. I think we will be safe to do so, and we will take a detour back home and stay far away from the Skelewag and those shipwrecks. Although I do want to try out this withering crossbow, so let me grab some arrows out of the backpack. I found this in the village in the castle chest, and I just want to see how it does. So I don't know where that Skelewag went, but I would love to attack it and get some revenge. It might be a task for in the future, however, as I don't see him around anywhere. But it would definitely be nice to have a much larger vessel that we can sail these waters in. This boat is definitely a little dangerous, and I think that's just a drowned. Okay, yeah, that's just a drowned. I saw the red come up on our journey map right there. It made me a little bit nervous, but we are okay. Again, though, what I don't want to have happen is we come across some of those Skelewags and a shipwreck in the middle of an ocean where we cannot escape onto land, and then we end up dying. All of our stuff is at the bottom of the ocean, again, guarded by Skelewags. That would not be good for us, so that's why I'm kind of hugging the shore a little bit as we sail back home. Alright, I just got a new advancement. Mine, have your stolen... Hey! Okay. I just paused for a quick second, and I guess we had food stolen from our inventory. Okay, well, now I guess we have to worry about seagulls, and are buffalo hostile towards us? I can't tell, but I think the water would be a good place to find out if they are. Or I guess bison here. I think they are friendly. So we are okay in that regard. But the ocean is a lot more dangerous than I had previously anticipated. But I have made it back to the island where we can head up to the house and unload the rest of our materials that we collected from the village. Again, lots of food. I figured that would be a good resource for us to bring along. And the chicken eggs as well. Hopefully we can get one of these to hatch into a chicken. But I did just check the episode time, and it does look like we are getting pretty long on the episode, so that is actually where I am going to end it for today. Between now and the next episode, I will do some more mining off camera right down here in the cave, and I will also check out maybe some other caves as well in the nearby area. If I find anything interesting, I will definitely start recording and feature that in the next episode, but for now, it's just going to be a matter of gathering enough resources to create all of those different quarries and the machines, and we will get started on all of that in the next episode. But I really hope you enjoyed today's episode of Crafted Chaos. If you did, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.